There was an African man who came into the UK through small boats. He's an asylum seeker. He traveled through Sudan to Libya, Italy, France, and then to the UK through small boats. So he's an asylum seeker. He was seeking for safety. But 8 days after arriving to the UK, he committed a serious crime, a crime that even led to community protests. And at the end of the day, this man was jailed just 8 days after arriving to the UK. I'm sure you want to know what happened. I'm going to tell you the full gist. Just watch till the end.
Must be something in the water, something in the water.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ollie. So this man called Hadush Kebatu is an African man from Sudan. So he traveled all the way. It was such a long journey from Sudan to Libya to Italy, France, and then to the UK through a small boat. He's an asylum seeker. And then when he came into the UK, they gave him accommodation. Normally, asylum seekers, when they come to the UK, they'll be given a hotel. And I heard that the government give them money for feeding. So the government feeds them, right? And they're going to stay there till when their case is being heard, so that they'll be granted that asylum that they're seeking, right? So this man, I know he's not working. He doesn't even have right to work in the UK, right? So it looks like he's always seen in the town center. He's always outside. So there was a day he met school girls. According to the story, they were in the town center, Epping town center, and they were eating pizza. So this man saw these two school girls and came to them, and he said to them, "Come back to Africa, you will be a good wife. I want a baby from you and your friend." This is what this man told these 14-year-old girls. I mean, you see some people, their village people will never leave them. This man traveled all the way to the UK just to see 14-year-old school girl, and they were in their school uniform. And the only thing that came to his mind is to walk up to them and start telling them, "You're going to make a good wife. Come back to Africa. I want a baby from you and your friend." I mean, who does that? That was not all. That was not all. The next day, Kebatu saw them again. And Kebatu walked up to that same girl and started trying to kiss her. He also tried touching her on the thighs. So he told her that she was pretty and attempted to kiss her and started touching her on the thighs and all of that, you know, being so touchy. So the girl was very scared. The girl told him that she's just 14-year-old. But do you know what Kebatu said? Kebatu said, "Oh, age doesn't matter. Age is just a number." And to even make the matter worse, he even asked her to kiss her friend, her girlfriend, while he watched them do that. I mean, some people, you just came to the UK and this, instead of packaging yourself so well, instead of staying focused to know what you're here for, you're seeking for safety, right? Just mind your business, and he's just busy going after teenagers. So this Kebatu's action is sexual assault, and that was not the only offense that he committed. The next day, there was a woman that he approached to help him with his CV. As the woman was helping, Kebatu started touching her thighs. Imagine. So it looks like on that day, the woman ignored it. But later in the day, the woman still saw Kebatu approaching the schoolgirls again. And that was why the woman called police on him. So the police came. And yeah, there was court hearing thereafter, after police handcuffed him and took him to police station and all of that. His court hearing was arranged. And then on that day, Kebatu, on his defense, he denied the accusation and he said that he's not a wild animal, that this is anti-Christian and that he cannot be doing such thing. So according to the judge said that his behavior is disgusting, is sickening, and that he's at risk of reoffending. Is completely unwanted behavior, and that is what it is. So following the incident, his community of Essex, they started protesting. And you know that this kind of protest now has a way of affecting other immigrants or other asylum seekers. already in the UK, there is lots of tension now, guys, because the UK government wants to curtail the number of immigrants coming in. Even some parties are even doing some proposal that could even affect those already in the UK. So imagine, with all this tension, and this man is, doing this kind of behavior that is giving rise to another tension on immigrants. I'm very sure that, there will be more agitations to like stop asylum seekers and all of that. Already the government have started, they have this initiative of doing one in, one out policy. That deal that they sealed with the France, that whoever comes to the UK through small boats will be returned to the France, right? So government has already, making plans to reduce the number of people coming in through that channel. And this man came through this channel and still committed crime and still tried assaulting teenagers, sexual assault on teenagers and another woman. This is so wrong. So before the end of the court hearing, Kebatu pleaded guilty. He accepted that his behavior has caused chaos in the community and that it could also affect other immigrants. So he actually admitted this accusation. So at the end of the court hearing, he was sentenced to 1 year in prison and he will be deported after serving his prison sentence. So guys, like, can you even imagine this? Traveling all the way from Sudan to Libya, from Italy, and then France, and then you risk it all, traveling through small boats to the UK to seek safety, hoping that you're starting a new life. Like, you can imagine that dream. For someone to just kill such a dream instantly because he was trying to flirt. Why not look for adults? Why teenagers? Why teenagers? Why trying to kiss these teenagers, trying to touch them sexually? Is this not village people? I don't know why some people cannot even control themselves. I don't know why some people will act in a way that can cause a great dent on the image of the people from the same group. Now, as for the victims, the poor innocent children, they say that they are now very scared and that they have to constantly watch over their shoulders each time they're going out or each time they are outside because of the incidents. So the police also thanked them, for being courageous enough to speak out. So it's always advisable to speak out no matter what, because by speaking out, offenders will be called to book. Instead of them being in the community still causing nuisance or still committing the same crime, when you speak out, those people can, face law properly. So what is the lesson to learn from this story? Hadush Kebatu thought he had found a safe place to live in Britain. When asylum seekers come to a country, it's actually because they are seeking for safety, right? So this man thought that he has found a safe place to live, but he committed a serious crime that led to him going to prison, and from prison he will be deported back to his country. So even the safety that he's seeking, he will not get it anymore, because he will end up going back to that the country he came from, simply because of his actions. And we should also learn from this story that one's action can shake up an entire community. So because of this Kebatu's action, it led to a protest in excess, and this could affect other immigrants. So guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this man? And do you think that 1 year is being fair enough, or should that year even be doubled or be reduced? What do you think? What kind of action is this? What do you think that even led to this kind of action? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. For now, you take care. Bye-bye.